Welcome to the Vista Show. This is episode number 19 for Wednesday, January the 30th, 2008. I thought tonight, or for Wednesday, I would talk about backups and scheduled tasks. So, let's go ahead and get started here with episode number 19. I paused there briefly just so I can drop in some intro music. Hopefully this is going to work out for us. This is the first Vista show that I'm actually recording a screencast with it. And the screencast, if you're just listening to this audio off the website or off of iTunes, then the screencast will be able to be seen on YouTube. And I'll put a link, or maybe I'll just post the YouTube video directly into the Vista Show website, so you can go there and actually watch it, or you can just follow the link back and watch it at YouTube. But I think that's a nice new way to show you how to do things. So I felt that I wanted to actually go ahead and try this to see what happens. And you can definitely email me. Email me back at thevistashow@gmail.com and let me know what you think, what your actual views are on this, and let me know if it helps you at all to actually see something being done. And I understand that the actual screencast itself is not always the highest standards, but I wanted to put it out there anyway, and I'm really hoping I can strip these apart as far as the audio. Strip the audio out so we can actually use this for the Vista show, the actual podcast itself, and be able to still have my voice for the screencast. So if you listen to the audio file, it's going to be exactly the same as the screencast. So if you wanted to watch it, not listen, that's totally up to you, whichever way you learn better. But my job is to actually teach you. And I feel the vidcast is going to help out, or the video or the screencasting itself will help out. So let's go ahead and get started. As I said, today we're going to start talking about backing up your Vista machine. And in playing around with the tools that comes with Vista, I found that they are really acceptable to be able to use those to back up our Vista machine. You can back up to an external hard drive, be that either USB or FireWire, or you can back up to a network server, which is how I tend to back up, because I built a small terabyte server that I keep in my basement, and I kind of just send all my files to that terabyte server. It just sits there and that's what it does. It serves up files for me. So it's a nice place to keep things, but when you have a terabyte, you end up not doing a whole lot of spring cleaning, so I have a lot of old stuff on there that's been around for quite a while. So I'll first show you the backup, and then we're going to talk a little bit about Task Scheduler and how we can actually schedule a task to run to actually do something important, such as defragging our computer, not something you want to sit around and watch every day. So let's start off here by going into the Start button, and we're going to bring that up. And then we're going to click on All Programs. Now if you go under Accessories, and then under System Tools. I know, they seem to really bury this stuff. Now we're going to go to Backup Status and Configuration. And when we do this, Backup Status and Configuration, you're going to find that, excuse me, on mine I actually already have a backup set up here. But I'm going to go through the motions anyway. I tried to get rid of this before the show, but to prepare for the show I had to actually set this up. And normally when you just do a regular podcast, it doesn't matter because you don't see this. But I'm going to go down here right now to change backup settings. Normally it'd be right up here would be to set up your initial backup. And these are the steps you're going to actually see when you do this. First, you get your UAC, which is your user authentication credentials or certificate. And you just click OK on that because we know we're going in here. It's going to look for whatever backup devices you may have. And if you look up here, it says a hard disk which you can use your own, not your hard disk. So what I'm saying there is if you have only one hard drive in here with Vista on it, it's not going to show up. This is looking for a slave hard drive in your computer. You can use that. You can also use a CD-ROM or a DVD, and that's one way to think about it. I was also trying to figure out here is where you would want to use your USB excuse me, or your FireWire drive. But I went on a network. Now when I did this, FreeNAS is actually a very lightweight Linux-based file sharing basically program that turns my very old computer into a NAS, or a network attached storage device. This is one of the drives I just have sitting in there. Is a 160 gig drive,